Guys, this is my first video of 2026. Can I get an applause? We're 7 days into 2026, y'all, and I still have not recorded a video. I haven't really set any goals in terms of YouTube for this year. So, hey man, I'm not gonna do that. I learned from last year. My goal last year was to upload 30 videos in 2025, and yeah, I didn't really hit that. But the one thing I want to do on this channel for 2026 is I kind of want to introduce, like, I won't say a course, but I want to start a video series on like really breaking down the 101s and the basics of fashion, because that's something I haven't talked about ever in the 3 years of making a fashion channel, which is kind of embarrassing. It's kind of embarrassing. When I think about my own fashion journey, I realize, bro, I really evolved. Like, I used to be like a level 1 scrub, homeless, DH gate wearing type person. Like, I used to be a bum, especially when I was like in my senior year of high school. That's when I really started taking fashion seriously. Bro, I was walking out looking like a 2000s gangster rapper, bro. I didn't even know what the hell. I was just putting anything on and just saying it was drip. Like, it was 2020. What can I do? But I'm gonna show y'all in this video how to elevate your fashion. I'm going to show you how to turn from a level 1 scrub into a level 100 Huz getter, Huz fashion, Huz mogul, level 100. I'm gonna show you how to. So the first step in elevating your fashion is you gotta know who you are, bro. You can't do anything in life. You can't elevate in any type of way if you don't know who you are. You feel me? If you like eating hamburgers and hot dogs and you don't know what to do with your life, maybe you need to be a chef. You know what I'm saying? If you like digging in trash cans and if you like dumpster diving, maybe you should be a garbage guy. You know what I'm saying? If you like using the bathroom a lot, if you like, you know, doing the number 2 and the number 1, maybe you should be a part of the sewage department of your city. You know what I'm saying? You understand the point that I'm trying to make? The best way to live life, as I've learned so far, is whatever your hobbies are or whatever you want to do in life, it has to match up with who you are. So we need to apply that same type of ideology and that same type of psychology and philosophically into fashion. So now we got to look at your hobbies, right? So for me personally, in order for me to find my fashion and to elevate, I had to look within myself and see who I was, what I liked. So I figured out, okay, you know, I like rock music. I like anime. In terms of my favorite colors, I like the color black. I like the color red. In terms of aesthetics, I really liked, you know, the dark type of emo aesthetic. You know, back in the day, I was a little emo. That's another, this video isn't about that, so we're not gonna talk about that. Like a couple years ago, again, I took a day and I just sat down and I just evaluated all my interest in music, all my interest in TV shows, anime, and like I took all that information and I essentially just like made a lane for it. I turned my interest into an aesthetic that matched fashion. So for example, right, let's say you are a black woman, okay? You're probably not, but let's just assume that you are. So let's say you're a black woman and you like listening to I don't know, Frank Ocean, you like listening to Janae Aiko and I don't know, Brent Fayez. Let's say you also are really into earthy type stuff. Maybe you like gardens, I don't know, maybe you like flowers and planting. So naturally, right, after taking all these interests and hobbies you have, you're going to then, which is the next step, find your adjacent style. So in this specific example, right, if you're this type of earthy R&B type female, you might fit into that black earthy aesthetic. That's why I talked about finding out who you are first, because finding out who you are naturally points you to the style and aesthetic that you need to go to. Like if you're a construction worker and you work like 14-hour shifts every day, you eat gas station food and damn sip radioactive energy drinks, you might find yourself fitting in with that workwear type of style that's been around for a while. Maybe you might fit into that Carhartt, you know, work jacket, Dickie jean, boots type of style. So for me personally, right, as I said earlier, my type of aesthetic was, you know, again, I liked anime, I liked the colors black and red. I was listening to a lot of underground rap at the time. I was going crazy doing that. I naturally found myself falling into that type of like dark streetwear type of aesthetic. So once you find your aesthetic and once you find your adjacent style, probably the most important thing you need to do after finding your aesthetic is, bruh, download Pinterest, bruh. Download like the second you find out what type of style you want to go down, like once you scroll on TikTok maybe and you find out you see a couple TikToks and then you find out what style you want to replicate, download Pinterest that exact same millisecond, bro. Download it the exact same millisecond. So now I'm gonna be honest, I don't use Pinterest that much. I know. I'm telling you to use it, but I know it's kind of, I know. But Pinterest, especially when you're first developing your style and first finding out your style, bro, is going to help you in so many ways. It's going to be crazy. That's why, again, I mentioned that you need to find your adjacent style. You need to know the name of your style. You need to know the names of the outfits that you want to recreate so that when you download Pinterest, you can just pop that in and it just gives it to you, bro. And the thing about Pinterest that I love, bro, it's just like TikTok, bro. You can just scroll on that, scroll, and you just get endless amounts of content. Whoever made the Pinterest app, bro, I gotta take you out to dinner or something. I gotta take you out to dinner. I gotta wine and dine you. I might need to, we might need to go to like a rooftop bar afterwards, you know, chill and vibe so I can just talk to you and just. Pinterest is very integral and it's very important whenever you're finding out your style, bro. It really helped me because when I was like in my first streetwear era, right, when I first figured out I want to get into streetwear, my only references was TikTok. And oh boy, how bad the streetwear fits on TikTok were at that time. That was around the time where people were wearing Nike Dunks and damn NASCAR racing tees, bro. Jeez Louise. That was when it, like, I'm talking about it like it was like I'm talking about it like it was so foreign, like it was in the 1950s or something. Like people were walking around in the civil rights movement wearing NASCAR tees and SB Dunks. But bro, it wasn't that long ago. It was like 5 or 6 years ago. During that time, right, of people wearing SB Dunks, the short shorts and the NASCAR tees, I didn't like that style, but that's what that was like the poster outfit of streetwear, but I didn't like that style. What helped me develop my style was going on Pinterest. When I went on Pinterest, I discovered the art of cargo pants. Bro, I think in every Instagram picture that I have up right now, bro, I'm wearing some type of cargo pants. Like it was insane. I haven't posted an IG picture in a while, I'm not gonna lie, but almost in every one I'm wearing some type of cargo pants. But once you go on Pinterest and you find your style, right, you find outfits that you like, now it's time to actually take that work and apply it to your closet. You don't want to skip these steps, right? You want to go in order. There's a reason why I'm saying this stuff in order. You need to find out who you are first. You need to find your style. You need to find references. And then now is the time. After you found your references, now is the time you gotta go shop. You could go on TikTok all day. You can go on Reddit all day and find out affordable brands. You can go and sell your soul and sell your time and buy clothes from a TikTok brand that'll never ship to you, that's stealing your money, along with a guy named Kevin from Pakistan who's never gonna make your clothes. You can do all that, but I personally say, and this is a mistake that I made, or it's advice that I wish I did whenever I first started, I would say once you find your style 100%, you gotta go thrift first. Don't listen. Don't go up in the mall, bruh. Don't go up in the mall and waste your money. You going up in Old Navy, you going up in Zoomies, you going up in all these expensive stores trying to buy clothes, bro. Stop. Don't do that. Don't make that mistake, because I made that mistake. Because once you do that, bro, the clothes that you're not even gonna get that much clothes, bro. Because I don't know, unless y'all watching this video is Elon Musk, I know y'all don't even have that much money for clothes. I don't even have that much money for clothes. So I know damn well you're not finna go in Old Navy and find hella outfits, bro. You probably only gonna find one, because your money probably not gonna be equivalent to what the price they're selling. You gotta thrift. I know some of you watching this video might have a bad taste with thrifting, bro, but you gotta thrift, bro, because once you thrift, you can buy so much stuff when you thrift, especially when you find a good thrift store near you. You can find so much stuff for very cheap. Like the clothes I found in thrift stores, it looked like it could be in an actual store, but the prices are so low. Like I remember the other day I found a Harley Davidson shirt. If you were to find that same shirt on like Grailed or eBay or Depop, the seller will probably scam you and sell it for like $100 just for no reason, even though it has spaghetti stains on it. I found it at the thrift store for $5, and it was a fire shirt, and it fit my aesthetic and everything. You have to thrift like your life depends. I would say every week, like once every week or so, you gotta go and hit the stores, bruh. Hit the bins. I would recommend, again, local thrift stores, like definitely number one, but you got to hit up Goodwill and Salvation Army. Those are probably like my top 3 choices when it comes to thrifting. And when you thrift, bro, it can be very easy to like go for the big stuff. You know what I'm saying? It'll be easy for you to go to the jackets. It'll be easy for you to go to the shoes, like stuff that'll cost the most. But don't sleep on the essentials, bro. Don't sleep on the basics. Don't sleep on the white tees. Don't sleep on the graphic tees. Don't sleep on that, bro. Cause that was my problem, right? When I first was developing my style, bro, the main like clothing item I would buy was jackets. It got to a point where my closet was just filled with mad jackets. So it'll be like 80 degrees outside. I'm like, damn, bro, I gotta wear a jacket. So I was going outside sweating bullets, trying not to let anybody know, bro. I was sweating bullets so much I had to take restroom breaks just to wipe the sweat off my armpits, bro. I couldn't do that. And when you go in these thrift stores, you gotta plan out, bro. Have these fits that you found on Pinterest, have them in mind and have them in reference whenever you're going, so that you have a clear view of what you want to get and that you're not distracted. And the last step and the most important step, you have to experiment, yo. You have to experiment. Post your fits on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Post your newfound style on Instagram. See how that goes. Post your fits on your Instagram story. Post them on TikTok. Post them on Pinterest, whatever. You need to also gain feedback. Like, show your fits to your friends, see what they say. You know what I'm saying? If you got a girl or if you got a man, show your fits to them, see what they say. Take their opinions with a grain of salt, because they might not also like the same stuff as you like. They might not be, their style might not be adjacent to yours, but still experiment, try different stuff. Keep getting references on outfits, and I promise you, your style is gonna elevate. It's gonna elevate. Now, again, this is like the basics and the 101, right? This is the 101 of how to elevate your fashion. I could go into more depth, but I don't want to let y'all sit here watching a damn pilot video length of a video on me just yapping. We don't need any of that. But I'm telling you, bro, if you follow the instructions of this video and you find your newfound style and you go outside with your new fits, oh my gosh, bro. You gonna start paying me for these information. Matter of fact, I need to start getting